Sorry to interrupt, but we have some breaking news. 9:18 in Southern California. We are over a pursuit. Looks like the 14 North, the carpool lane there, Placerita Canyon Road. I know Rich Prickett is in Sky 5 HD. As soon as he's able to chat with us, we'll tune into him. Looks like it's going a high rate of speed. Wow.
Yeah.
I hear. Rich, is that you? Are you able to chat?
Frank and Jessica, I do have, the radios are hit and miss, but I can hear enough of you at the moment. We are southbound on the 14. We're coming up on Newhall Avenue. You can see this silver Ford Fusion that is now, that refused to pull over. CHP attempted to pull it over for just basically a speeding violation, and the car just took off, and now it's going as fast as well over 100 miles an hour, using all lanes of traffic. Right now in the carpool lane, right now on the southbound side of the 14, the traffic is actually moving freely. Ooh. So you can see just how he's able to pick up the high speeds here, barely missing some of these cars here. It looks like we see a little bit of damage there possibly on the back of the car. We don't know if he has hit anybody just yet, but we know he was driving in the center divider at times before entering the freeway up into the Palmdale area. He was up over on Pear Blossom and then eventually got on the southbound side of the 14. We're coming up on the Newhall Pass here. That's the 5 and the 14 split. We hear this car may be from the Reseda area originally, and we're headed in that general direction. So we'll see if this car continues to go into the San Fernando Valley. Maybe right now it's southbound here on the 14 freeway, nearly at the 5 freeway here. Bear with us as we're trying to get around the hill. Should be popping out here in just a moment. We see at least 5 to 6 CHP units behind this Ford Fusion here. There's a helicopter that's en route, not overhead just yet, but should be here shortly. And as you can see now here, we're at the interchange. So we should be on the 5 freeway southbound in just a moment here, coming up on Balboa. As you can see, just using the shoulder to get around all the cars here. Woo! Let's see if he decides to, no, okay, it's going to bypass Balboa here and going to stay on the 5 freeway. I'm looking up ahead. The freeway's still moving freely, so nothing really preventing him from continuing on here on the southbound side of the 5. Again, trying to maneuver and get away from these CHP units that are behind him. They're trying to keep up. But you can see just how fast he's going here. Going at least, I would say around 100 miles an hour. Looks like he's just kind of slowing down. The speed's a little erratic here. We're just kind of trying to see if we get an accurate reading here with our speedometer here. But yeah, looking at about somewhere somewhere around 100 miles an hour is what he's traveling here. So going over the Gore Point here, that was a 210. That was a 210 transition there. So he's going to stay on the 5 freeway. So the next option he's got is the 405 split. That should be coming up here very shortly, especially at these speeds here. Driving on the shoulder still. We're hearing over radio traffic that there may be as many as 3 people inside this vehicle. You can see the windows are very heavily tinted, so it's a little difficult to see inside. And due to how fast he's going, we're trying to keep up ourselves. And then if we have the option to look into the front window, we can see there's a passenger in the front seat there, but maybe possibly as many multiple people inside the car. Ooh, man. So he's in the dirt there. He's possibly getting off here in the San Fernando area. It looked to be Roxford here. So exiting, coming to, not even stopping here, fishtailing, going under the overpass here at Roxford. So he's going to be eastbound here. Let's see, did he come back out? He might be under the overpass here. No, we got another car here that's going fast. Didn't look like that was quite him, but that is him. So there's, here he is. He's back. He's over here on Roxford and Tailfair, blowing through the red lights here in the San Fernando area. CHP units, difficult to say if they exited at Roxford and are directly behind him, but fishtailing here, almost crashing into those parked cars here, now in a residential area of the San Fernando, in the city of San Fernando. We could be in Sylmar here, but we'll be in San Fernando here shortly. We saw a door that was opening there just briefly, so they might be looking for a spot to run out on foot here. Try and look out the window, see if there's any CHP units directly behind. George, let me know if you see any CHP units directly behind this silver Ford Fusion that's evading the CHP here in the San Fernando Valley. Still southbound here through residential areas. Okay, coming to a stop, doors open. See 1, 2, 3 people that have now run out on foot here on El Dorado Avenue. I see all 3 of them right here. Ooh, difficult to tell which one was the driver, but it looks like they're kind of splitting up here and they're running around these homes. We don't know if they're familiar with this area or just running around some random homes here in the San Fernando Sylmar area. George, we're gonna maneuver around these homes here just a little bit here, see if we can keep eyes. You can see the CHP helicopter is now here, so that's going to give some vital information to the ground units. And there's a dog there. We didn't see a dog get out of the car, and that dog is saying, no, get it out of my yard. And it looks like they're in a hurry to get out of there as well. So they are hopping the walls here. They are in someone else's backyard. And we see at least one. There's 2. There's a third one that's out on the loose, and that looks to be a doghouse to me. So no dog in this backyard, only in the neighbor's yard at the moment. Another one's still looking for a place to go. We'll see if we can orbit around here a little bit, George, and try and keep eyes on these guys. So they've kind of gone out of sight just briefly. That's 2 of 3 of the people that ran from that silver Ford Fusion. Hard to say where the third person is, but he hasn't gotten far. He's still in this residential area. You can see the CHP units are now out on the street, and they're going to be looking for them. You see the neighbors that are out there. They saw where they last went, so they're trying to direct them as to where they may have gone. Again, we saw one person that went into what appeared to be a shed. Now that we're getting a better eyes on it, it looks like a playhouse, possibly a playhouse there. But and we saw another one that was going possibly across the street here. So bear with us. We'll get some information here. We'll get our ears on the radios and communicate with the helicopter and see if we can get a visual on the 3 people that ran from that Ford Fusion.
Yeah, it's interesting because the aerial view kind of had a good idea that maybe that person was in the kids' playhouse, but then you've got the ground units probably speaking with the aerial units trying to figure out where everybody went, but they split up. And they're somewhere in this neighborhood of El Dorado and El Cajon Street. And it looks like the neighbors that are home are trying to get involved as well, letting authorities know where these guys may have went.
Yeah. And at this point, they're setting up the perimeter, so unlikely that they will be able to escape this perimeter. We can only hope that they jump into the backyard with another dog that will prompt some action. They were trying to escape as the dog was trying to bite them, which for the person who lives at that home was probably exactly as intended.
Right, yes, the dog was doing its job.
Someone who is not welcome is being chased down by the dog. Right now you have police officers, CHP officers surrounding this neighborhood, which is in the San Fernando Valley. Just to give you a sense of where it is, it's sort of Sylmar is probably the best way to describe it. Just to the east or northeast of the 5 freeway. If you're familiar with the reservoir on the south side of the freeway, the Van Norman Bypass Reservoir, it's sort of across the freeway from that in that neighborhood, just near San Fernando Road and Bledsoe are the big cross streets. But that is the neighborhood that is now being perimetered off by the officers and CHP. And I suspect they will catch these folks.
Yeah, we don't really know why they were fleeing from police. We do know initially started as they failed to stop, I think, for a speeding violation, I believe is what Rich was saying. And then that led to a chase. So now they're canvassing the neighborhood, trying to figure out where they're at. And to Frank's point, they've perimetered the whole neighborhood, and hopefully they someone's got eyes on these guys.
And we know that the CHP helicopter, I believe it's CHP helicopter, is that right, Rich? The law enforcement helicopter that was overhead, they were right on it, and I wonder if they maybe had eyes on the entire time, at least one of the suspects, because you do see the ground units moving very quickly into place.
Yeah, they're certainly moving quickly to get a perimeter around this neighborhood, so I can hear them. I can hear the radio chatter. What they're doing is they're trying to get these, all the officers, as many officers as they can, here in the neighborhood, here on El Cajon Street and El Dorado Avenue, and they're just going to try and set up a perimeter around where they last saw the 3 individuals running. That CHP helicopter got overhead just in time, so he was at least able to somewhat get a general idea of where they were last seen. So it's just going to be a cat and mouse game at this point here, trying to locate the 3 people. They did split up, so that doesn't make things any easier for the officers here. Now we do have San Fernando Road, which is the main road here that's just on the east side of the neighborhood. So we didn't see anybody come out as far as San Fernando Road. So as far as we can tell, they're still here in the residential area. CHP here armed and ready. And what they're going to do is they're going to coordinate with the area. They may actually decide to bring in, they may ask for assistance from the LAPD or maybe San Fernando PD to come in here and provide some assistance here for the CHP. We'll see. And they're going to try and make their way towards that backyard as well, where we last saw the one person that went into that playhouse. And they'll check there. But there was 3 suspects that took off on foot. They split up, went in relatively opposite directions here. Once they started hopping walls in this neighborhood here in I believe this is going to be the Sylmar area. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is going to be in the Sylmar area.
I think you're right, Rich.
Yeah, CHP helicopter.
I'd describe it as Sylmar.
And we have a couple of officers here that are asking the neighbors if they've heard anything, if they've seen anything. Quite a lot of dogs that are out in the yards here. So that's for the safety of the officers. They're not going to just start going into yards searching without trying to contact the homeowner if they can, or any residents that may be inside. For people in this area, it's best that you lock your doors, close your windows. If you hear anything, if you see anything, certainly call 911. Let the CHP know that you're seeing or hearing or seeing anything in your home, and they will come by and they will do a check, and that can allow them onto the property, and they can search around the perimeter for you.